So what's the whole
on YouTube.
Stavros thing about? Because I know a guy
What?
named Stavros.
Stavros?
Yeah, like your one email. When we log
Mm.
in this stuff, is it Starvos? I have no clue. You have to look at it. I'll send you stuff later. It just confuses the hell out of me because I'm like, where'd Starvos come from?
Oh, if you that's one of the things that if you look up GoFundMe, folks,
Oh,
I have a GoFundMe right now to help offset costs of a new laptop and some new equipment. If I get the pretty much the goal I'm asking, I could get a brand new computer and some extras for the my end of things, um, and help transfer stuff from my old computer to the new computer. But if it goes beyond that, it helps offset other costs, or depending on how much over it gets, I might get let's say, best case scenario, $1,300 total. I'll get a pawn shop find, and I'll have a laptop to go. That way, if I go on events or to events to cover like a four state or what have you, I have a laptop in my bag to go. But uh, what Sasha is talking about, if you Google uh, GoFundMe, Savos is one of it's like an ad. They pay to be that top ad.
no,
It
no,
that's
no, no, no. Since you and I share certain passwords and emails and logons, your one account, Voodoo, has Starvos in the beginning of it.
Star Views
I,
as
I'll
what?
send it to you later. I think it's part of your email or your one email that for your login.
I I know for my Voodoo, it's my other Gmail,
Yeah.
and it's the roster Rev Chris. Maybe that's what
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Because
Um,
my eyes catch on the very tail end of it.
um, Maybe that's what you were picking up. And folks, quick fun history in regards to that email. It came from somebody on Xbox Live party. I was playing like Call of Duty or something like that, or Halo. This is, uh, I want to say over 10 years, over 15 years ago, and I don't know what the guy was smoking, taking, or whatever. He's like, "Oh, you sound like you're a Rastafarian. You sound like you're from Jamaica." I'm like,
Okay.
okay, whatever. And when it came time to change up my email, and because I am on internet ordained, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to own it and just call myself the Roster Rev, and I inserted my name in it.
There
So
we
it was
go.
just, and
I knew there was a funny story there.
yeah,
So if you want to
and
submit art of listening to just his voice of a Rastafarian version of Chris, we will gladly accept it.
yeah,
And
and
we
I'll
will
post it
use
up
that
to
as
the
the Marky
show's
Mark Band
Instagram
Man
Instagram
logo.
too, and I'll
We'll do it
post
as
it up.
t-shirt.
Rule 30, no Rule 34, no Rule 30. Wait a minute, I the show does have an OnlyFans. Send Rule 34. I'll start posting it to my show's OnlyFans, and any funds I get from that, I'll put towards getting new equipment.
Chris is
So,
a Rastafarian. Hashtag
only see,
Rastafarian.
Florian. But I'm willing to roll with it. I know my I'm not knocking Sasha with this. My OG co-host would say, "If you do it, do it, do it. If you'll help offset, do it, do it,
Do it.
do it,
We'll make
do
t-shirts. It'll be his
it."
regular logo for this show.
Oh yeah, I'll make T-shirts. Matter of fact, I we know we both have some. Me and Sasha run in the same circles a lot of the times, and let me put it like this: we've been threatening to make a shirt in regards to Matt Burns for the past 6 years since Mel. I think it was Melfest. I think it was called
Halloween.
Melloween. Yeah, something happened at Melloween uh, like 6 years ago, and it was something funny that happened with funny good that happened with Matt, and me and my OG co-host have been making fun of him in regards to it every now and again for the past 6 years. We've let it die. The funny thing is, we let it die, and Matt brings it back.
So,
like, and we're like,
one thing, if you ever want to torture him on, and I used to do this to him all the time. A couple years back, I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and there's an episode where Bernie Burnside, the station manager where April works, gets a girlfriend, and every time she's in a scene with him, oh, Burnsy! Anytime we would see him, we would say that.
Either way, because this is on, we've kind of mentioned me having a GoFundMe. Sasha has the link, or please, anything helps. We already have a $50 donation in, thanks to Jennifer from Black Dog Coffee. She's been the Long Coat Mafia's unofficial, official sponsor, non-sponsor.
Official.
Because every time non. So because every now and again it's like, how you doing it, Chris? Here's a bag of coffee. Let me pay. I don't care here. So she's done that every night. She doesn't do it often, but she's one of the few local business owners I'm more than willing to support when I have the funds. And she's a super sweet. She's a musician and everything else. And I love meeting with her and seeing how she's doing. So, but either way, what's next on the docket, Sasha?
Okay, so since we talked about, I think, was it last episode we touched on Evil Dead some?
Or yeah, something like that.
Yeah, either that
or something like that. It might have been last week for me, in regards to getting to events and trying to do content and all that. So
yeah, it's been like for me, but I'm starting to heal. So,
but it's been like, well, in that case, I should have. When you said it's like, did I miss somebody in this year's fourth date? I should have been speaking. So, but a little bit of self plugging, if I may, Sasha. Folks at home, if you're listening to this, stay tuned over the next. Since June is our official kind of quasi birthday month, even though our first official release of the Long Coat Mafia podcast was like June 11th, I tend to celebrate in June going into July. I might be starting to toss up some bonus episodes in regards to celebrating that birthday month. So stay tuned for a lot of that. I might include our first episode that we had with Sasha in that, because our audio episodes, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, they only go back 90 episodes. So a lot of our older content dating back from 2015, 2016 is not listed on those platforms. Though you could go to Podbean and listen, and either going to the website or using the Podbean app, but which you're more than welcome to do. I'd rather have that variety for all our listeners out there, no matter what their platform.
Speaking of the listeners, I just want to humbly apologize to them and you. It's been kind of a hectic week for me as well, with the e-bike accident. Fortunately, I didn't damage my head that much. All the CAT scans came back normal for me, whatever the hell that means. But it's been a rough week between the biking accident, helping my boyfriend out with his apartment and trying to get it cleaned up and straightened up and everything maintained and up to spec. And then just life in general. So it does take me a bit of time to get stuff out to YouTube. For those of you who are listeners and are upset, I have an OnlyFans. Go check it out. Go. It's not all porn. There is some there if you want some, but it's not all that. It's mostly podcasts. Here's some weird shit that happened this week. I am on TikTok now, so I'm trying to get more content out, but things have been hectic, and apologize millionfold. But more content will be out on YouTube, but you get more content if you go to my OnlyFans. And I'm not begging for money or anything, but I have this habit of enjoying to eat on occasion, and this helps. And it also helps out with production of the show, and also helps me get the movie running along at some point, because I'm going to be filming some scenes in Carlisle next weekend. So there'll be a new Princess of Darkness episode, plus some stuff that'll tease at the movie later on down the line. but it's coming.
That's why I ask you folks out there. It's like though it seems like I am begging for money with the GoFundMe and
You're
all that.
not. You need it.
I'm not. Um, though I could probably go through a pawn shop find in regards to a newish laptop. I ask that you at least help share the link. That if anything, if you want to donate, you're more than welcome to do so. You'll get a thanks from me. Like today, this week, with that donation, you'll have a shout out on the show. And plus, when I finally get new equipment in, I'll do a video thanking everybody in general and showing what I got. So it's just to help offset the cost because personally, I know a lot of folks don't like to talk about funds. I make right now with my new job, I make under 10 grand a year. Yeah, my bills are getting paid, but when it comes to getting new equipment, upgrade my equipment, get new equipment, it's kind of hard. And I don't want to beg and plead, but I'd said that I had to do the GoFundMe. So I am very grateful for those who do help. And it's just a matter of getting the word out. And sometimes it's disheartening to see some folks. Yeah, I understand, grateful that it is shared, and I understand that times are tough for everybody right now with inflation happening. And I'm one of the many folks that say, take care of your own, start with yourself before thinking of some of the others. But helping out others is there. I know I have issues with some of the religious folks out there. I'm sure Sasha does too. If you are one of those folks that says, "Oh, you got to help others," but yeah, I understand times of tight for a lot of folks, including for me on my show, Sasha on hers. If you're one of those that are financially capable and all you're doing is share, like, and share, and yet you don't want to, it does. Yeah, it does. But it's kind of like, yeah, I know you're, there are times, yeah, I'll say this very kiddingly with humor. There are times, yeah, I want to go to DC with a bucket with a old photo of my cutest pupper and just put like on the bucket saying, help this dog out, and just sit during one of the protests to see how much money I get. I know I shouldn't do that, but it's kind of ironic that a lot of folks will help a dog out before they'll help out somebody else, or a person. So
you could
either way
it and go, give me money, or the dog gets it.
Do the whole Con Air aspect, or the South Park, just get a stuffed bunny and go, give me money, or the bunny gets it.
Or better yet, I will eat one puppy every hour until my demands are met.
Or in regards to this show, give me money or the mask gets it.
Yeah. It's okay. I have extras now. I found
You're supposed to not say that. You're not supposed to say that, Sasha.
I have an all black one with red eyes. I don't know how well that would show up on camera.
You're not supposed to say those things. You're supposed to be threatening, Sasha.
But anyways, donate to Chris's cause because it helps a lot of people out. And like Chris has good content. Chris puts out content on the regular. Computers aren't cheap.
No.
And stuff breaks down. Stuff happens.
Folks, let me put it like this. Even though on the GoFundMe I have $1,000 for a moderately on the low end, on the high end scale, if that makes sense. Meaning, if I went to Walmart and got the highest performing computer that they had in stock, according to them, laptop wise, because I don't have the room in my place to have a desktop, I have to have a laptop. That costs at minimum $600.
Right.
And yes, if I got a low end version, that means it's going to go due to updates and everything else. That lasts 2 years. That means in 2 more years, I'm going to have to get a new one. But even those are $300.
And even a cheap high-end tablet won't help because they run on basically either the Android platform or Apple's platform, And a lot of the
Out and
programs
that
that
end,
you can use on a computer, you can't use on a phone or on
I
a
would have to
tablet.
get the Microsoft tablet, and that runs $400
Yep.
at least. Apple's tablet, iPad, that runs close to $800. If I'm going to spend close to $500 to $800 on a tablet, I'd rather just get a laptop.
Yep.
This tablet that I have right here in my hand cost me, when I had the funds, cost me close to $300. It was like $250 at Walmart, but and I'd rather keep a tablet for tablet, and it's kind of hard to edit a lot of videos on tablets or edit audio on a tablet. I don't want to do that. I like using
No, it's not fun because
a laptop.
And the apps to use for those suck because you usually have to pay for them. And on a PC or a laptop, you can get them for free because they're operating on Windows
or cheap. I have in essence, Microsoft's Movie Maker, and I've spent like $10 for it, and it has a lot of options I need. I'm not doing anything crazy. I know one YouTuber that, I don't know if he still does it because he's on the go a lot of times. He edits a lot of his footage on his iPhone,
right?
Because he's able to have iMovie on his iPhone, and it's free that way. How he's able to do that, I don't know, because I have an iPod that I'm able to download that stuff with, and I'm like, how is he able to do this? I pinch it's no, give me my laptop. I'll do it on my damn laptop.
Right.
So.
But anyways, donate if you can. We both sound like we want to see the new FNAF movie. I hope it's good. Anything else you want to throw out there?
How much time we got left? How much time we got up?
Not much, like 10, 15 minutes.
Let's use it because I know you want to talk a little bit about our origins.
Let's actually just save that for another episode.
Yeah, all right. I was just wondering,
a teaser, and we may have a guest next episode. Hint, hint,
yeah,
hint,
I got to work on that because I guess we could talk about that because